Hello, my name is Carl Gopalkrishnan and I'm in Perth, Western Australia. And this is my 3-minute policy pitch. I want to raise the problem of multicultural, multi-faith migrant young carers across Australia who provide unpaid family care, language translating and other cultural supports. They're hard to identify because they provide this help as part of their cultural values. Without them, the NDIS and Aged Care Acts just wouldn't work for multicultural families. They're highly undervalued. Most of my knowledge of this comes from working as a multicultural and social cohesion policy advocate in WA and Victoria over many years. I've also spoken with multicultural peak organisations and directly with many multicultural young people about this. These carers, especially from low-income diverse families in their first 5 years in Australia, don't always benefit from parenting allowance support. And that includes other sort of supports from local council and state governments. And it's important to note that their cultural barriers to employment, apart from their youth, is significant. Multicultural kids often miss out on outside school activities such as sporting clubs, tutoring, entertainment, and even food sometimes when families have extended family and use overseas remittances to send money back home. The pressures of being a young carer can make young people more vulnerable to mental health issues, disengaging from family, and a host of complex social cohesion risks. Young carers are potentially the answer to the government's failing translating and interpreting service, or TIS, which has a very low uptake across all government services and communities. There is a workforce crisis in finding new translators and interpreters. At the same time, language teaching in schools is in decline. My proposed solution is to first recognise that young carers within diverse communities already provide and will continue to provide support to aged, disability, mental health and non-English speaking family members in Australia. We need to provide a supplement, not necessarily in wages, but by subsidising their activities that they're missing out on from their 24/7 family carer roles. Also, they save state and federal governments a lot of money and ensure those services don't make really big mistakes. And that's a heavy burden on a young person, and it's very unfair. I want to see diverse young carers nurtured as a possible homegrown interpreting and translating workforce. I want to see youth education and employment programs that factor in culture and family care roles. I'd like to see diverse young people have more positive expectations of work and to value what they bring to their families, their own community, and the wider community in general. I especially want to see them happily occupied so that they don't become more vulnerable just because they have great civic values. And that's the end of my 3-minute pitch. Thank you very much to the Fabians.